And there's kind of three. Today I want to give you a strategy. And this is specifically a leadership strategy. And there's kind of three different types that you need to lead. I don't know if types is the right word, but that's the word I'm going to use. The first person you need to lead is yourself. The second is the group that you need to lead is your team. And the third group you need to lead are your leaders. And there's a difference between all three. Leading yourself is one thing, leading your team is another thing, leading leaders is a third thing. We'll be talking about that as time goes on. But the objective of a leader, if you try to think about it, what do you think a leader is trying to accomplish? It might be an end goal. It might be, some kind of type of change. But in order to accomplish the goal, in order to accomplish the change, in order to accomplish the mission, here's what a leader needs to do. To get more, to get their people to do more of the correct activities that they would not have done. So let's talk about yourself. To lead you, here's what you need to do. If you're going to be leading yourself, what can you do to cause you to do more of the correct activities? Now, for me personally, I know that I need accountability in order to do what I need to do. So I use accountability anytime I can. I also use projects anytime I can. So I'm accountable to you inside of GoPro Insider to be able to create all of these lessons every single day. And I will tell you, if I didn't have you, I probably wouldn't create 365 lessons a year. So I've held myself accountable to you. I also treat everything like a project, because if you I'm so rebellious to what I'm supposed to do that sometimes, um, even if it's good for me, I won't want to do it. So, and if you have to do this every day, every day, every day, every day. I rebel against that. So here's what I learned to do to trick my own mind. One, I use accountability. Two, I treat everything like a project. Creating this video today was a project. My workouts are a project. And any of my goals, I treat them like a project. And I found if I'm trying to do long-term things, if I can break them down into shorter chunks, a day at a time, a week at a time, a month at a time, in order to be able to accomplish a longer-term goal, that works for me. So three things really worked for me. One was accountability. Two, treating everything like a project. Three, literally acting like there was two Erics. Eric 1 was the boss. Eric 2 was the employee. And Eric 1 tells Eric 2 what to do. And Eric 2 has to do it. No argument, no negotiation, no justification, just do it. So I don't know what it is for you that will cause you, but try those things. Hold yourself accountable, treat things like a project, and have part of your brain be the boss and the other part be the employee that has to do what the boss says. Okay, that works for me. Figure out whatever tricks works for you. At the end of the day, what you're looking for is a lever to cause you to do more of the correct activity that you weren't going to do. Okay? Now, in leading your team and leading leaders, again, your goal is to be talking with them and giving them things to do, suggestions, assignments, challenges, right? Directions. Go do this, go try that, go register here, use the product, tell me the story. I learned that me as a leader, leading a team or even leading leaders, I need to plant things for my team to do that will cause them to do more of the activity that will be good for their business. So I'll give them an assignment to start a certain number of conversations or to get registered for an event when they weren't going to, or use the product and document the journey on the product or service so you can have a great testimonial. You probably weren't going to do that. Okay? So everything I can possibly do to cause them to do more than they were going to do. Make one more call than they were going to make. Do one more presentation than they were going to do. Have more conversations than they were going to have. Attend more events than they were going to attend. So you need to find every lever. Now, people on your team are going to be different. It's not one size fits all. Sometimes you need to encourage people in order for them to do more than they were going to do. Sometimes you need to challenge people. Sometimes you need to use competition in order to get people moving. Hey, this person's going to do it faster than you are. You're going to let them beat you? You know, all of the tools in order to cause people to do more. But most of the time, think about something that would be good for them and then recommend it. And they go, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's amazing. All right, fine. I'll do that. I was doing a mastermind event over the last couple of days, and we were talking about leaders developing other leaders on their team. And we laid out these attributes of a leader. There's 5 attributes, which we'll talk about. But I said, how many do you have? And this person, I think, said 20 or so, or 30. I said, well, listen, is there anything stopping you from 500? Because if you get 500, you'll be a legend. And the 500 is a crazy number. I don't know of anybody in network marketing that's ever done 500 with these attributes, right? So guess what planted in his mind when I was saying that to the room? 500. He wrote it down. He said, okay, I'm going to, and listen, sometimes it's just those little words that plant in somebody's mind. I can be a legend at 500. Okay. And what do you think that did? It's already caused him to take actions that he wasn't going to take because he might be comfortable with his 20 or 30 or 40. What if I helped him stretch his imagination to 500? You can do the same with your team. On much different levels, you can challenge them on customers, challenge them on recruiting, challenge them on event attendance, challenge them on the activities that will help them in their business. Okay? So lead yourself, cause yourself to do more than you were going to do. Lead your team and lead your leaders, cause them to do more than they were going to do. Think about what you can do to do that today. What can you cause yourself to do today that you weren't going to do? What can you cause somebody on your team to do today that they weren't going to do? And then you're on your way to being a leader. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.